Hi sisters, welcome back to the Matriverse. Today's hot topic is sex. I know, spicy, right? But not the performative kind or the ones centered around men and their fragile egos. I'm talking about our sex, the kind that lives in our bones, our laughter, our silence, and our freedom. Because across Africa, from Nairobi to Lagos, Accra to Addis, we were all taught the same thing, but in different accents. Be a good girl. Don't tempt men. Don't want too much. Don't be too loud. Don't be that kind of woman. And so we learned to tiptoe around desire. We learned to dim our light in the bedroom the same way we learned to dim it in the boardroom. We learned to fake moans and smiles so that men don't feel small. But what happens when the good girl finally gets tired? For generations, African women survived by bending. Our grandmothers didn't always have the luxury of choice. Their survival depended on men who held purse strings, the land, and the narrative. One wrong move, one refusal, and she'd be left to raise children alone in a society that blames a woman for being abandoned. So, sex became a negotiation, a peace treaty, a means to security. Even now, we see remnants of that legacy. Men who withhold money, affection, or even care for their children out of resentment. No wonder why so many of us inherited fear disguised as femininity. Then came Sex Lives of African Women, a book that opened our private worlds and said, "You're not crazy, you're not broken, you're just human." A better one. Reading those stories felt like sitting in a dimly lit room with other women saying, "Me too." It reminded us that desire doesn't make us immoral, it makes us alive. The women in our sisterhood echo the same truths. We were taught to tiptoe over men's fragile egos. The nice girl syndrome is hard to unlearn. I took a vow of celibacy because the world feels poisoned by lust. If I were to truly explore my sexuality, it'd be with someone I like, not just someone who looks good. Desire in our world is layered, emotional, spiritual, hormonal. Hello? Ovulation. The girls who get it, get it. Sometimes we want connection, sometimes we just want a release. Sometimes we want silence, sometimes we want ourselves. And that's okay. I mean, African women are unlearning performative pleasure. We're done pretending that loud moans mean satisfaction or that orgasm equals success. Most women gaslight themselves into thinking they enjoy sex, but what they actually enjoy is seeing their man satisfied. I know I'm hitting a nerve right now. The truth? Many of us never learned what our satisfaction feels like. We were never taught to explore, to play, to touch ourselves without shame. We were raised on silence while boys learned through curiosity. So now, grown and glowing, we're reclaiming that space with humor, with healing, and with rose toys. Yeah. We're realizing that pleasure isn't dirty, it's divine. From performative to pleasure-based, we are changing the narrative. We're moving from performative sex to pleasure-based sex. From was he happy to was I satisfied? From he finished fast because I'm tight to did I finish too? And if not, maybe I finished the job myself. Toy in hand, confidence intact, because what's more African than resourcefulness? We're learning to say I didn't come without shame and without apology. We're learning to walk away when sex is one-sided, because if it's not mutual, it's not sacred. The layers of desire. Desire for African women is never simple. It's cultural, emotional, and ancestral. We carry centuries of policing, of being told our bodies are dangerous or dirty, but we also carry the power, the same energy that births nations into revolutions. Sex can be sacred, spiritual, silly, or sinful, depending on the day and the person. Some days it's love and intimacy, other days it's chaos and curiosity. As one sister put it, sometimes you just want to get to Sunday, not loved. Ha! Preach. And we laughed because it's true and honest. Something is shifting across Africa. This, we call it the awakening. Women are buying toys, leaving bad lovers. Women are saying no without explaining. We are choosing celibacy out of peace, not shame. We are flirting with honesty. We are discovering that pleasure and power are not enemies. We are talking about sex loudly, shamelessly, like the TMI girls, like Nana Darkoa, like Sakimia's book, like women who have nothing left to fear. Because this is how freedom begins, in conversation, in confession, in laughter, and in community. So, let's be honest. Sometimes we still gaslight ourselves. We stay with men who can't please us because we think it's normal. We convince ourselves that sex without feelings is empowerment when it's actually numbness. We mistake being chosen for being loved. But deep down, we know what we deserve: connection, communication, reciprocity, respect, and orgasms that don't require imagination. The revolution is pleasure. Sex outside male validation isn't rebellion, it's reclamation, it's healing, it's laughter. It's saying my body belongs to me, not as a property, not as politics, but as poetry. We are daughters of women who survived in silence, and the mothers of girls who will never have to fake moons for peace. We are the curriculum right now. Sending love to all you ladies. Remember, your sex is yours. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. See you. Subscribe, like, and see you in the next video. Bye.